Hey, Al, you ready? Let's do it.
Welcome back, handsome gentlemen and beautiful ladies. It's great to be with you guys for another marvelous episode here on the one, the only Lawn Chair Talk. Here we are back in the basement.
Another episode here, back in the basement of Mr. DJ Beatty, Ulysses Gale, back here in his basement for another episode of Lawn Chair Talk. We got some good stuff planned for you guys today. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to keep with the same theme as last week, talking about, just giving a quick update on some things, letting you guys know what's going on in our world, letting you guys know what's going on in the baseball world as far as MLB goes. Definitely some crazy things happening. Obviously, the World Series kicking off tonight, Blue Jays and Dodgers. And then we got some more college football packed in. And, of course, another draft as well. And then continuing on with our brand new segment of Are You Smarter Than a Doane Baseball Player, we're going to wrap that out as well. So it's going to be a fun one today, folks. Let's get it started. Garrett?
Yeah, so we're going to hop right into what's going on in the Doane Baseball program as of today, Friday, October 24th, 2025. We just got done wrapping up Game 2 of the Fall World Series between Team Orange and Team Black. Me and Nicholas are both coaches of the Team Orange. And we had Game 1 on Tuesday and Game 2 yesterday. And if you guys don't know, it's a really popular thing in college baseball to have a Fall World Series towards the end of the fall, where it's kind of like a heightened inner squad. You have captains and you draft your team, and it's really fun. And it's a good way to kind of get the competitive juices flowing, even though you've been playing against each other for 3 months now, to try to kind of spice things up and give a new perspective on competing with the guys next to you. Obviously, there's no materialistic value to winning except for just bragging rights, and it is competitive as hell. Like, I want to beat these guys so bad, and I'm not even playing. I don't even have skin in the game right now as a coach. So and neither does Nick. So It's like we had the draft on Monday, and you got 60 guys. You got freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, fifth years. Like, you're trying to go and draft the best squad possible, get the best lineup, get the best pitching staff you can possibly get. And I don't know. I'll just throw it to you. What did you think about the draft process? How interesting was that for you?
Well, I think the draft process itself, it's a lot of fun to do. I've never, done it before because obviously we're seniors this year, so this was the first opportunity to actually draft a team. And for me, it was a lot of fun to be able to just kind of sit down and take a moment to really think how you want to kind of have your lineup look, whether you want to try to go heavy on the pitching side or offensively. You really have to kind of decide and go pick by pick too, because obviously you don't know what the other team's going to pick. So you kind of have to make decisions on the fly. I'm pretty sure the picks that we made, I think it was like you got 30 seconds on the clock, and you just kind of had to roll through. And everyone gets taken off the board. Even guys who are hurt are also on the draft board. So, and thinking about that too, taking a guy who's hurt, that kind of adds for some energy for your bench. That's kind of a huge deal. All right, Beatty, that's enough.
Bless you, Beatty.
And so, I think the drafting itself, it was a lot of fun to do, giving you kind of a chance to kind of look at the talent like we have as a team and just see kind of, as Garrett said, like those competitive juices kind of flowing. And from Game 1 and 2, obviously, Game 1, my team, me and Garrett's team, we got walked off in the 7th inning, which was just heartbreaking.
Lost. Just brutal.
Just terrible. I'm pretty sure the final score was 7-6.
I think 6-5. 6-5?
Oh, 6-5.
Oh, it was 6-7?
It was 6-7? It was 6-7.
All right, 6-7.
It was 6-7. We lost. But honestly, a lot of guys really stepped up, especially, both sides of it. It wasn't like the cleanest baseball ever, but, honestly, it was just a kind of a hard-fought game, and, like, no one really pulled away necessarily. Like, we definitely had a chance to kind of pull away with it, but we didn't, obviously. But the second game yesterday took place, and we won 1-0. Huge pitching duel. Shout out to Cade Bridges with a fantastic start. Really just set the tone for us early. Got out of a couple jams there early, but just found a way to just keep on pounding the zone and just kind of figured out a way to just put up 3 zeros for us, which was huge. Bullpen did its job. E-Rob with a huge save. Shout out to him. And offense found a way to scratch one. Jet, our savior.
Little cap shot up the middle.
In the
first inning ended up being the difference in the whole game. So.
Yeah, which is huge. And we got Game 3 tomorrow that will decide it all. As Garrett said, not really anything that you kind of take away from it. It's not like you get like a trophy or anything like that. It's more bragging rights. But, it's still a lot of fun. And some guys take it really seriously. Some guys don't. It is what it is. But I think it's a lot of fun to do, to just kind of wrap up the fall and to just kind of a good way to end it and just move on with the winter and just individual stuff.
Yeah, and then we got the preview for tomorrow. It's going to be first pitch at 10 a.m., I believe. It's going to be cold. It's going to be wet. It's going to be early.
Yep.
It's going to be really a true test on just who's going to be able to dig deepest and try to find that extra energy and extra motivation to go out there and play ball in not the best conditions. And obviously, like you said, some guys take it seriously, some guys don't. Some of those guys just got to mount up tomorrow and play like it's Game 7 of the World Series because, trust me, for me and Nick, it is Game 7 of the World Series. We are trying to win. We are trying to beat Team Black's ass because, screw those guys. And, if Team Black, if you're watching this, kick rocks. It's going to be really fun, and we've got a good pitching matchup, and it's going to be interesting how we're going to be able to manage the bullpen and kind of, work our way to hopefully getting a W. So looking forward to it. But
yeah, I think from a managing standpoint for me and Garrett, I think our goal is to definitely get the offense going, early and often. And, I think we definitely have the depth for our lineup to be able to do that, to really swing our way to get a win. And we kind of haven't seen that yet, but I think the floodgates are about to open up, and I think we're going to be swinging it well tomorrow. Hopefully, the cold won't affect our bats too much. And, again, with the pitching staff, you got, for Team Black, you got Gabe Rodriguez starting for them. Obviously, one of our best pitchers. He's just been great all fall. He's going to be a tough guy to face. And then we got Mr. Doane himself. I would describe him as Mr. Caden Crawford starting for us. And right now I'm not the happiest with him, considering he's making me wear this TCU beanie, which I'll get into later when we talk about college football. But it should be a great matchup, and we're excited to see what happens.
Absolutely. But moving on into the real World Series going on right now.
Well, more of the fake World Series.
It's getting a lot of attention. I don't know why anybody's not showing up to the Crete ball field watching the Tigers go to work. But actually on Fox right now, we got Game 1 of the World Series, Blue Jays versus Dodgers. Obviously, it was a very intense series on the American League side. The National League side was pretty weak. Dodgers pretty much ran away with that one.
Yep.
So Game 1's going on right now, I believe. Can we get a score update, Beatty? 1-0. 1-0 Dodgers in the third inning. What do we got for inning? Third inning. Top of the third. So
okay.
top of the third, we've got two great pitchers on the bump. We got Trey Savage, who's just been making a amazing, historic rise through the ranks of minor leagues to getting all the way to starting Game 1 of the World Series, just 16 months after being drafted from ECU. You got Blake Snell, obviously two-time Cy Young winner, taking the hill. Dude's been electric so far this year, and so I'm expecting a whole lot of zeros and a lot of swings and misses, but we'll see what happens. I think that it's going to be a great matchup in terms of a lot of high-paid talent going against each other, so we'll see if the Dodgers can be taken down from the throne, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think, the pitching is definitely going to decide it. Obviously, as you said, you got Snell and Yasavage, which Yasavage, started out this year in low A and has climbed all the way to the major leagues and starting Game 1 of the World Series. Just an incredible climb by him. Snell has definitely established himself as one of the best starters in the league for years now. And overall, it's just, I'm expecting, as you said, a lot of zeros. I think interestingly enough, I mean, we also got Bo Bichette as well coming back for the Blue Jays. I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make. I feel like it should. But then again, I mean, you never know with guys coming off an injury. You know, they could start out slow, stuff like that. But I think it's going to be kind of a huge test to kind of see how Savage kind of handles that pressure to be able to be, you know, a young starter, and he's facing one of the best lineups in baseball right now. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a great series. I'm hoping for it to go all the way to Game 7. I think it's just going to be interesting. Just, I would say overall, the Dodgers have the better roster, but, you know, that home advantage kind of helps with the Blue Jays, even though they didn't play the best at home in the American League Series, losing those first 2 games at home. But, you know, anything can happen. It's October, so I'm expecting a great series. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch and keep updated with.
Yeah, I think going back to the Blue Jays being at home, you know, this is the first time they've been in a World Series since '93, which is, you know, when they won back-to-back in '92, '93. So I think those fans are super hungry for the World Series to be back in Canada, and I expect those fans to be coming out and just being loud and rowdy. I mean, they're hockey fans, so, you know, great fans in hockey, and I expect them to make a huge impact on the game. And yeah, so we'll be keeping you guys updated when we come back next week to see where we're at in the series. But looking forward to how that ends up shaking out.
Yeah, and I think we'll kick it off next to talking about some big news in Major League Baseball with Tony Vitello leaving the University of Tennessee to take the coaching position for the San Francisco Giants. Obviously a big move. Garrett, what's kind of your take on it?
I mean, I think it's a huge stepping stone for Tony Vitello to be able to get that position. I don't know if I saw this correctly, but he might be the first guy or the highest paid guy maybe ever to go from college to coaching in the big leagues. And you're going first guy ever to go from coaching in the college ranks to being a manager in the big leagues. So that is just something we've never seen. Obviously, Vitello's done a fantastic job with Tennessee, and you know, as we talked about in previous episodes, the NIL world has completely transformed college baseball. So it's getting to be more and more like the majors each and every year because there's just so much money going into it. So there is already that aspect of free agency and being able to manage your money pool, kind of so to speak, in the college level, especially at the SEC level. So I think that he's not going to have too big of a adjustment moving from the college ranks to the big leagues. Now, I will say, like, he's a younger guy. I believe he's like 40. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting to see because, you know, we don't usually see guys that young taking major league managing roles. But I don't know. I mean, I think that he's created an amazing relationship with his players at Tennessee. Those dudes would run through a brick wall for him and vice versa. So I think that in terms of him being able to step into the big league ranks and be able to create a culture that those dudes want to do anything to win the game for him, I think that that's something that's pretty unique in the big league aspect. I don't see that a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of managers I think that guys would actually do anything for, and I expect him to be one of those guys right off the bat. And being able to take over a team like the Giants, who have great talent, and not even that, I mean, they've got an amazing farm system. I mean, got some of the top prospects in baseball that could be making their way to the big leagues here in the next year or two. He's going to have tons of talent, be able to be competitive right away. Obviously, you're in a super tough division in the NL West. You got to compete with the Padres, the Dodgers. Diamondbacks are always super competitive. I mean, Rockies, they suck balls, and their owner's a piece of dog shit. So they should probably go get a new one. Dick Monfort, if you're listening to this, go kick rocks. But anyways, I think it's going to be super cool to see him being able to manage a big league roster, and I'm looking forward to it. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think Tony Vitello has definitely established himself as one of the best coaches in college baseball ever since he got to Tennessee. Obviously, winning a national championship was huge for him to add to his resume. But I think he's really fit into that and has kind of established that culture at Tennessee of kind of being a loud, energetic kind of team where they, you know, especially in these last couple of years, I mean, you kind of see some of the guys that they've had, like Drew Gilbert. I mean, he's going to be coaching again in San Francisco. But Drew Gilbert, obviously, when he was at Tennessee, he was just kind of a loud, not necessarily arrogant, but, you know, like they're just a loud team that plays with a ton of energy. And I feel like that may not transition super well right away into the major leagues, but I think the younger guys that he's going to probably bring up early, I think that's going to translate well right away. And I think, I think he's going to find a lot of success in the major leagues. I don't know how quick. I mean, obviously, as you said, that's a tough division to play in. So it's going to be interesting to see how the transition goes for him, because we've never really seen a high-level kind of college coach kind of take that on into the major leagues as a manager right away, especially for how young he is as well. But it's almost a little bit similar to that kind of college football, head coaching job to now you're a head coach in the NFL. And some guys fit in really well and some guys don't, and that doesn't mean that they're a bad coach necessarily. It just means that they find more success one way or another. So I think it'll be interesting. I think, obviously, if it doesn't work out well for him with the Giants, I think he always still has a home in Tennessee. I don't see them kind of going or shying away from him later on if, like, that's something that he's like, okay, the Giants aren't working out well for me. I just not fitting in well in the major league aspect. Wouldn't mind going back to college, or at least any college program. Just knowing his resume, knowing his success, I think would be willing to take him back. But the SEC has definitely prepared him to, kind of that high level college baseball to really translate into the major league. So, again, I think the Giants themselves, they kind of have a lot of high energy guys, that play with a lot of fire. And I think that's really going to help him out to be able to find success early with the Giants. So I think it's going to be interesting. And I'm looking forward to watching it, especially next year, to kind of see how he does in his first season.
Yeah, and I mean, going back to what you said about him maybe making it, maybe not. I mean, that's going to be a huge thing that we look at, is maybe he doesn't even enjoy managing the big leagues, right? I mean, it's always your goal off the bat, off the rip, to want to coach at the highest level you can. But sometimes the big league grind and just kind of how you have those relationships with players, I mean, it's a lot harder. It's going to be interesting to see if Verlander stays in San Francisco, how an old, seasoned vet that's won a World Series, won Cy Young's, been at the top of the game, how he kind of interacts with a coach that is in Vitello's position, being, first time having a big league job, coming off of college. It's going to be interesting to see how he can gain the respect of those type of guys. But, yeah, I mean, if he ever wants to go back to college coaching, I mean, that is going to be the hottest name that you can possibly go grab. I mean, if it
100%.
somehow doesn't work out, the first open L.C.T job is going to be his. So it's going to be really interesting to see how it plays out. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great to watch. I think that'll kick us off next, kind of in the college baseball, college sports in general kind of realm, that we're going to kind of kick off with our college picks.
Yeah.
So this will be week 9, I believe, coming up for tomorrow. And I think we'll start off with last week's picks. And folks, we weren't really hitting on all cylinders on those. I believe I'm going to be checking back on those to see really what we got wrong. And I know it was not great for us. It was not a great week for us picking college football games. But I'll start with my picks from last week. So I had Georgia Tech over Duke, which was correct. You also had that. And then we both had LSU over Vanderbilt. That did not work out well. Shout out to Vanderbilt, man. We were wrong about you. Really just kind of proving us and a lot of people wrong about you guys. I mean, you're building a great football program over there. You're actually establishing yourselves as one of the top dogs in the SEC. Who would have thought that, honestly? And then we had Ole Miss and Georgia. Both of us picked Georgia on that one. We were correct about that one.
Yes.
Just, again, talking about playing in Georgia, I mean, one of the toughest places to play at. No disrespect to Ole Miss. I think it's a great team that they have there. I just, again, SEC, anything can happen playing, at an away stadium. I mean, it's tough to play.
Yep.
Next pick I had USC over Notre Dame, and Garrett got that one right, picking Notre Dame over USC. Then again, I mean, that pick was definitely influenced by Mr. Gerald Nix, and Jerry, you've disappointed me with that one, and your Trojans did not come to play. Maava was just not slinging the rock well. He wasn't efficient enough with it, and Notre Dame just kind of kicked the shit out of him, which was disappointing for me. And then Garrett had BYU over Utah, And once again, he was right about that. I was not. The Utes did not come out to play very well. I mean, it was definitely a close one at the beginning, but BYU just kind of ran away with it. Then we had Tennessee, Alabama. We both had Alabama on that one, which we were both correct on. I mean, you just can't pick against the Crimson Tide
At home.
when they're at home.
Yeah.
I mean, just one of the most difficult places to play.
Yeah.
So overall, I mean, wasn't our best showing. Garrett definitely had the better picks, but we're going to be coming out strong for this week. So that'll lead us into our picks for this week, which we will be going over Ole Miss, Oklahoma, South Florida versus Memphis, Missouri versus Vanderbilt, and I believe the last one is Texas A&M versus LSU. So Garrett, you want to start off with yours?
Yeah, so I'm going to start off with LSU going at home against A&M. I talked about it last week. A&M, they just go in, and it's not the prettiest game, but they just, for whatever reason, just figure out ways to win games. Obviously now up to all the way to 4th, I think, in the country, getting a ton of respect. You're facing LSU, who has dropped in the rankings, a team that I still think, a little bit that they can make a run in the playoff. But obviously they need to prove something big time here at home. You've got Death Valley, going to be a night game. I mean, that is right in LSU's wheelhouse. I think that A&M's going into a really tough place to play. And with that being said, I'm going to take the Tigers to win at home in Death Valley. Put a little 1 in the loss column for the Aggies. And I think that although LSU, I think if this game's at Kyle Field, I think LSU gets blown out by 20. But I think that now that you've got it at home, kind of levels the playing field a little bit. I trust Garrett Nussmeier's veteran leadership to be able to kind of minimize turnovers. And, so I got the Tigers winning first in Death Valley. The next game, Vanderbilt, going up, college game day, coming to Nashville against the Missouri Tigers. I'm just going to go out and say this. I am going to publicly apologize to the Vanderbilt Commodores and to Diego Pavia. Diego, if you're listening, I'm not going to say that I like you, even a little bit, but damn it, I respect the hell out of you, son. Going in there and just tearing apart that LSU team last week that I just thought you were going to get mauled by. And damn it, man, I don't think you're a Heisman contender, but you got that edge. You got that edge that you just make shit happen and you win games.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I think the Commodores take advantage of a battered Missouri Tigers team. I mean, I know that they got the win against Auburn, but damn, that did not come easy, and it looked sloppy.
Yeah.
And I think that going into a place like Nashville, you've got a team with so much momentum behind them. Their only loss is to Alabama in Alabama. So I think this is a dangerous team. This might even be a playoff team. I've got Vanderbilt easily winning this against the Tigers. The next game, we've got Ole Miss playing Oklahoma. Going to Norman. It's going to be an interesting game. We talk about Mateer. Didn't look sharp in his last game. I get that he had the hand thing, but I still think that he's not really there yet. I don't think that he's quite come around, quite fully healed from that injury. I know OU's a tough environment, but listen, Ole Miss going into Athens last week, putting up 35 against the Bulldogs' stout defense. I mean, I trust them. I think that this game is going to end up being a pretty big Ole Miss win. Like, I really do like the Oklahoma defense, but I just don't think they're going to be able to keep up with the offense, period. So I think that the Rebels go into Norman and pull off that game. I know I'm kind of going against the grain here in terms of picking home teams, but I just really like the Ole Miss offense, and I really don't think that OU is all that anymore with how Mateer's come back to play. And then our other kind of special game is going to be the USF Bulls going into Memphis. USF, team that I've been very high on, going into a 6-1 Memphis team who last week the Memphis Tigers ended up losing against the UAB Blazers, who just lost. They fired their head coach.
Yep.
A head coachless University of Alabama Birmingham Blazers team beats Memphis by 7. That really tells me all I need to know about this Tigers team. Fraudulent. Can't win the game. I mean, they just, bottom line, they overlooked the Blazers. So I think that USF just absolutely goes in and pounds the Tigers. But that's what I got for my 4 picks this week. I'll throw it on to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with you had A&M and LSU starting out first.
Yep.
And you took LSU.
I took
correct?
LSU.
Yep. So I'm gonna stick with the Aggies on this one. So, and the reasoning for this one is I know LSU is just one of the most difficult places to play at. Death Valley is one of the most intimidating places to play at in college football, period. Not even just the SEC, college football, period. However, and I'm a little skeptical of A&M. I know they are starting off hot. They're 7-0. Just an incredible year that they're having so far. Mike Elko has really found his way with the Aggies. But then again, I kind of go back and forth with them because I'm like, it's Texas A&M. They always find a way to go 9-3 or 8-4. But however, on this one, I feel like LSU in this situation, especially with Brian Kelly, he's on the hot seat a little bit, and Tigers fans are not happy with him. And I feel like, as I said last week, it was kind of a do-or-die game for him to win against Vanderbilt. I feel like this team is kind of falling apart. I still have a lot of trust in Garrett Nussmeier, but I'm going to take the Aggies on this one. I still think that they kind of continue the hot streak. They keep on rolling. I see some dangerous games coming up ahead for them, especially I'm looking out towards the future and looking at that UT game. That rivalry game is going to be a tough one for A&M. But I think for this week, I think they take care of business. I think it's going to be a tight one. I think it's going to be high scoring. But I think Marcel Reed really goes crazy, slings the rock well, runs it well, and A&M just kind of scrapes a win out in Death Valley. The next game we're looking at, which I believe is Mizzou and Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
You got next?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to also say a public apology again to Vanderbilt. I kind of said that at the beginning, but Vanderbilt, man, a legit team, a legit playoff contender. Diego Pavia, he's just a scrappy dude who just plays with a ton of grit and just hard-nosed football, and I like that about him. I don't really love the way the outside of football kind of antics that he has going on. I don't necessarily love that about him. But the dude just shows up on Saturday, and he just grinds it out, and he has a lot of faith in this team, and I think that Vanderbilt team is really starting to kind of rally with him on that. He talks a lot about how this Vanderbilt team is a legit national championship contending team, and I think a lot of people were like, that's BS, we're going to look past it. But he's turning heads, and he's really proving a point. So I'm going to stick with Vanderbilt on this one. I think Mizzou, as you talked about last week, kind of barely scraping out a win against Auburn. You know, that kind of scares me a little bit. I know Auburn can be kind of a difficult place to play at, but then again, that's just a game that Auburn's a team that's just falling apart. Hugh Freeze,
Another hot seat right there.
Yeah, Hugh Freeze is extremely hot seat right now. Like, you gotta take care of business and win that game. And I mean, I know they did win it, but just the way they did, they kind of scare me a little bit. They're going on the road again. I think Vanderbilt takes care of business there. The next game that we got is Ole Miss, Oklahoma. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I just don't think Oklahoma's got it anymore. I think the magic's kind of over. I think in the last 2 years of them being in the SEC, they've been kind of overhyped at the beginning of the year, and they've realized just how tough of a schedule they have and realized that they just can't really win those big games. And, you know, last year, I want to say that they ended off the year like 7-6 or somewhere around there. No, not 7-6. Had to be like,
No, I think they might have been 7-6 with the bowl.
Could have been like, yeah, with the bowl
game. They might have been 6-6, and then they won a bowl game. Can we get a fact check, Beatty? We're talking about
Oklahoma,
OU football
last year. Anyway, I'll continue on with it, but when I get that fact later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, you know, I have a lot of faith in Mateer. But if you look at the stats, I mean, he's got almost the same amount of touchdowns to interceptions. Like, that's just dangerous. And I know he missed one game, and you know that one game was against a terrible school, and they won by a ton. And yeah, I mean, he probably would have had like 3 or 4 touchdowns in that game, maybe 5, and that could have helped like his stats, I guess. They were 6 and 7 last year.
They ended up losing their bowl game.
Yeah, so
6-7.
So, you know, again, it kind of proves my point that Oklahoma's kind of, you know, and right now they're 6-1. You know, like, they have a tough schedule going forward, and you know, I know they're at home for this one, but I like how Ole Miss is playing. As you said, I mean, putting up 35 points against Georgia on the road is a difficult thing to do. I love Ole Miss's quarterback. I think they're just going to continue to kind of play well, have the offense kind of roll and just kind of trust that the offense is going to be able to put up enough points to win ball games. And I just think that Mateer, that injury hurt him a lot more than people think. And I think he's starting to realize that too. So, I got Ole Miss on that one.
And you even talk about the hot seat there, too. I mean, if Venables loses this game, I mean, he might be on the hot seat, too. So
Yeah, he
the
could
SEC
be.
is going to be riddled with hot seats, I think so, at the end of the year.
That's what I think too. And, again, I'm not saying that they're going to end up going 6-6
Right.
against this year. But, I could easily see them, turning around this back half of the year and going 8-4 or 7-5.
Yeah.
Which would be kind of a disappointing year, especially all the talent they brought in. Mateer just being one of the biggest guys that they got out of the portal. That would just be kind of a disappointing year that you have all this talent and you're able to just only come away with barely above 500. Just shouldn't happen. The last game that we'll talk about is South Florida and Memphis. This game, I think it's just an easy pick to take South Florida in this situation. Memphis isn't a dangerous place to play at. It's an 11 a.m. game. Like, I just don't really see it being kind of a scary factor that plays into it. And again, I think South Florida, if you look at their kind of whole season, they have some great wins on the board. Their only loss being to Miami, being one of the best teams in the country. They had a huge win against Florida. They definitely have wins on their resume that kind of show them being one of the better teams in college football, and especially being probably the best group of 5 team in college football. Memphis just, after the loss last week, I mean, there's just no way that you can take them in this situation. Losing to UAB? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Are we serious?
Yeah, are we serious?
Are we serious? So, yeah, I mean, I think that's just an easy pick to take South Florida on this one. So I'm going to stick with that. Obviously, our picks are pretty similar other than the A&M game, but it'll be interesting to see. And then kind of to wrap it out with the college football, I do have a message for Caden Crawford. Obviously, my Baylor Bears, just a disappointing loss to TCU, losing by 6. Really hurt my heart, but that is why I'm wearing the TCU beanie right now, or as my Canadians call it, a toque. And you know what? It's hard to say, but I do have to say this live. I have to say that TCU is a better football team than Baylor University.
It's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, it really is for me. But moving on now.
Yeah.
Happier times now. We are
Greener pastures.
Greener pastures.
Yep.
A lot of success to be coming to Waco here soon. I'm
Yeah.
praying for them. We're going to be moving on to the draft.
The draft.
The draft, baby.
Yes.
Today we got a good one. We got the golf draft. So anything golf related, could be a player, could be, a tournament, could be a course, could be anything golf related.
Well, and you talk about golf, it seems, we got the cold weather coming around. You might always not really think about golf, but the reason I want to bring golf around is now we're starting to get to the end of golf season.
Yes.
We're just kind of trying to recap, some of the best things about this sport before we finally go into hibernation for the winter, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've got DJ Beatty being able to join us here.
DJ Beatty, get on down here.
DJ Beatty,
Get on down here. Get in here.
Damn it.
Come on.
So back.
Yes.
We're here. All right, so snake draft, of course, as
up,
we
guys?
all know.
You can hold it.
Hey, as we all know, snake draft, of course, couldn't be anything else. I think, who do we want to go draft order here?
I think we go. Who had
One of
first
you guys.
overall?
I had first last time.
Yeah, Beatty had first overall last time.
You can have it.
Yeah,
Me?
let's have Beatty have it first overall.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
All right.
Beatty, take us away. What do you got first overall?
We're going to kick it off with drinks on the course. But, I am not 21, so I am talking about non-alcoholic beverages
Of course.
For example.
for myself.
For example.
For example, Shirley Temples,
Ooh.
And non-alcoholic Arnold Palmers.
Oh.
Yes.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yep. But if you're 21, please drink responsibly.
Absolutely. Is that to me next?
Yeah, sure.
All right, okay.
You got it.
Wow, this is a tough one. But I am.
First round's got. You got to make the right pick.
Yeah, you really got to make the right pick here. But I'm gonna go out and say the Ryder Cup.
Nice.
Great.
I think it's one of the best tournaments in golf. I think it's a chance to like a lot of people really watch that. Even people who don't really watch golf in general, like that's a tournament that you watch because you're representing, especially for an American, like you're representing your country. It's very cool to see going against Europe, and you're just kind of seeing some big name guys. And obviously, like in recent years, there's been just so much like energy and so much like just like loud, and you kind of don't really see like the traditional like golf where it's very like quiet and kind of like methodical. Like it's very like loud, and we're like all backing up our Americans. And I know we lost this past year, but still one of the coolest golf tournaments, I think. So
yeah. With my first pick in the draft, I'm gonna go a different direction. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say Tiger Woods.
Nice.
I mean, we talk about what this guy did for the game that we all love. I mean, he basically revolutionized how we see golf. I mean, he made golf cool. He made golf popular. Mm-hmm. We don't really understand right now his impact, but you go ahead and ask anybody 20 years ago how many kids our age were into golf versus now. And I'm not saying it's just Tiger, but like Tiger started that kind of push towards bringing younger guys and more energetic guys and kind of not exactly middle of the road type players. So Tiger Woods, one of the most might be the all-time most winning golfer on tour. Not quite sure. Sorry, we can't get the fact checker, but
legend.
He might be number one, and he might have the most major wins, I do believe is correct. And I mean, this guy hit the shit out of it, just grabbed the big stick and let the big dog eat pretty much every single hole. I mean, taking Tiger lines, we even use references. Tiger lines is the most aggressive line you can take in golf. Yeah. I'm going over the trees, over the water to try to get there in two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Tiger Woods, first round.
Yeah, Oh, yeah, it is you again.
Sure.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
Snake draft.
Snake draft,
my bad.
Got to grab my draft board here, see who's still available. So with my second pick, I'm going to go with hole 16 at the Waste Management Open. We talk about the most electric golf stage on the planet. I mean, hole 16 at the Waste Management in Phoenix. You've got a literal stadium wrapping around the entire par 3. You've got like 20,000 people watching there, drunk off their ass. That is, you talk about stadium pulse?
Yeah.
Your heart is beating through your chest as you stand over that ball trying to hit a 160-yard 9-iron.
Yeah.
I mean, that is electric, so I think it's very unique to our sport, or golf. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to take that in the second round.
Wow. That was definitely a pick that I really wanted to take, and you kind of stole it from me, Garrett. So I'm going to go with my second pick. I'm going to take mulligans.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So,
nice.
I think just as a golfer, especially for me, just being an average golfer, I'd like to say for myself, I can definitely, show up just a random Saturday or whatever and, play a pretty solid round of golf. I'm not going to say I'm an amazing golfer. I'm not going to say I'm a bad golfer. I'm right in the middle. I'm pretty average, middle of the road. But I think mulligans is like something that an average golfer like knows, wants to do. Like kind of like, all right, I'm going to take a mulligan on that one. Can't find my ball, like that kind of thing, and it just kind of brings that kind of fun aspect to like going out and kind of playing with your boys on a nice warm afternoon.
For sure. Yeah.
Beatty.
Yep. So for my number 2, I'm going to go everything Titleist. Just love the brand. They got the best golf balls, fantastic putters with Scotty Cameron, fantastic gloves. All their irons, wedges, drivers, just everything about Titleist is just great. Titleist is a great golf brand. Probably number 1, I'd say. Number 1 ball, definitely.
I think it's got to be.
Yeah, it's up there. And then, back to me.
Yep, back to you. Snake draft.
Third pick, I'm going to go 9:50 a.m. tee times.
Oh.
Love that time. Get up early after a long night, maybe. Get up early, get to the course, 9 o'clock, hit some range balls, right? Hit some range balls, hit some chips, putts. Get yourself to the pro shop, check in. Get out on the course and just absolutely crush it.
I like it.
Yep. And then after a long day, go home, do whatever you need. Still got the day. Got around to golfing in the morning, so, yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
Yeah, so with, I believe back to me, correct? So with my last pick, I really wanted to take Tiger Woods, but he's off the board. But I'm going to take another legend. I'm I'm going to take John Daly.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to. I mean, just kind of someone, again, who's kind of a legend in the golfing world. Like, maybe not the most, like, statistically speaking, like, maybe not one of, like, the best to do it, but just kind of a guy that really brought, like, a new market to, like, golf and, like, really kind of brought in a lot more people to golf. Like, we talk about just, like, all, like, the antics and, like, everything that he kind of brought, that loud kind of energy where he, you know, you're seeing him playing, he's on his second pack of cigarettes by hole 9, you know, like, just something that, like, you've never seen in the golfing world, especially at that time in the 90s and stuff.
Yeah.
And
change the game.
yeah, just kind of change the game to bring in just more people to love the sport. Kind of like some career highlights that I'll kind of talk about. So PGA Tour wins, he's got 5 of them. Career earnings over $10 million. Top 10 finishes, he's got 35. He won the 1991 PGA Championship and the 1995 Open Championship. He led the PGA Tour in driving distance 11 times between 1991 and 2002. The man is just, I mean, he literally, I don't know how old he is now. His son
he's got to be 55, 60 at least. Might be older.
He looks like he's probably pushing 85. Like, you know, like, he is just aged so poorly.
Yeah.
But, man, you still see him barefoot on the course playing to this day. And, you know, his kid right now is playing college golf right now for University of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to be kind of a prodigy as well. We talk about some of the kids who are coming up through, like Tiger Woods' kid, John Daly's kid. So, yeah.
I think the thing I want to say about that, obviously you look at a guy like John Daly compared to Tiger Woods, and John Daly's only got 5 wins, right? Mm-hmm. But playing on the PGA Tour, 5 wins is something that some guys never get to. Some guys never get to 1 win.
Yeah.
Because you're playing against 100, 120 players, maybe more, every single weekend. So it's like, it's insanely competitive. I mean, you look at Tommy Fleetwood, he just got his first win of his career this year on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
So, like, five wins obviously isn't as much as whatever Tiger had, but it's still, like, super impressive.
Yeah,
as a PGA golfer.
Yeah, I mean, John Daly is literally our, you know, world's real-life Happy Gilmore. And if you really think about it, I mean, the fact that he just went out there, ripped cigs, and just blasted balls and got 5 wins like Beatty was saying, I mean, that is a career feat. Mm-hmm. Like, most guys never even sniff multiple wins. Some guys get lucky and end up with 1 win, and that's like their career. They make their career off that. So,
yeah,
John Daly's a great pick.
I think also to add on to that, at that time, you got Daly and Tiger Woods playing against each other.
Prime Tiger.
Yeah, you see Prime Tiger and John Daly, and you kind of see the difference between it. Like, both guys were, you know, kind of in their prime at that point, and you see Tiger Woods kind of this peak, you know, male, like, physique, sort of just strong, like, chiseled, like, took care of his body super well, like, all, you know, hitting golf balls 24/7. Like, he is all golf 24/7. And then you see John Daly rolling in, you know, 10 minutes before his tee time, and he's just like, I don't need the range. Like, I'm just roll through it. Like, and both guys just performing at such a high level, but, like, 2 of the opposite preparations, and both of them being extremely successful in the golf world.
Yep, 100%. That's going to lead me to my last pick, rounding out the draft, and I am going to go with something a little bit more towards Nick's Mulligan pick, but I'm going to say a pured iron shot. I mean, when you pure an iron shot, I mean, that is a feeling that you definitely cherish. I mean, it's like hitting a home run in baseball, and even then, you might not hit the sweet spot. I mean, when you hit the sweet spot, and it's just a beautiful ball flight, I mean, dude, you might be thinking about that shot for 3 holes. You know, I might get an 8 on the next hole, and I'm still thinking about that 7 iron I hit,
and that
200 yards out.
Too.
Oh, the sound, the ball flight, watching it zip back on the green. I mean, sometimes you just get on the golf course, and that's what you're chasing.
Just white
You're
hot
not
heat, bro.
chasing 75. You're chasing a pured iron shot throughout 18 holes. Can I just get one? Can I actually hit the ball in the center of the face?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm rounding out my draft with.
Man, that's a great draft.
Great draft.
DJ Beatty.
Yep.
Hey, appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you, guys.
But
all right, ladies and gentlemen, with that draft, that concludes kind of where we're at, and I will wrap up the. Oh, just kidding. We are actually moving on to Are You Smarter Than a Doane Baseball Player?
We're going back to our newest segment that we are going back to episode 2 on. It is Are You Smarter Than a Doane Baseball Player? And today Nick's going to be asking the questions. We got a little different format. We cleaned up a couple mistakes on the last one. So instead of doing the same 3 questions for each guy, we're going to have 6 questions total.
Yep.
Different questions for each guy. And like we said, same tier system. We got 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, and it's going to be another random caller. They have no idea that we're calling. So if they don't answer, it's the next man up. So get ready, get your phones, get your ringers on. We're coming for you.
Here we go, folks. So let's see.
Who's the first victim?
The first victim is going to be George Albrecht, former teammate of me and Garrett's. Let's hope he answers.
University of Utah Valley.
Correct.
Right-handed pitcher who just went to a regional last year.
Yes, he did, at Oregon. So I'm going to be trying to call him. Let's see what happens here, folks.
Please stay patient.
Oh, wrong guy.
Who'd you call?
You. That was on the G's.
I'll be damned.
All right, it's ringing.
World Series knotted up 2-2 now. Big home run from Dalton Varsho. Big time. Caught that in the corner of my eye over here. Don't worry, YouTube. We're not copyrighting the game. So it's all good.
I don't think we're getting an answer here.
Well, next man up. That's how this game works.
Well, he didn't answer.
You think we shoot Camden Ross a call? It's a safe pick. He'll probably answer.
Yeah, we could do that.
He was a former guest on the show, episode 2 of season 1. Camden Ross was our first interview. Western Kentucky University catcher, also a former teammate of me and Nick's. So we're gonna give him a ring and see if he is gonna join the program. I do believe he was at the basketball game.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, Camden?
Oh, not much. About yourself.
Oh, not much. Camden, I got good news for you.
What's up?
You are live on Lawn Chair Talk
Oh, let's go.
for your second appearance. And Camden, I got a question for you. Are you ready to test yourself against Mr. Garrett Klein on our new segment, Are You Smarter Than a Doane Baseball Player?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So, Camden, this is how it's going to work. I will be asking you 3 trivia questions and asking Garrett 3 trivia questions. We are going to test to see who can get more right and get more points, and if you're smarter than a Doane baseball player.
Sounds good.
All right. Are you ready?
Oh, yes, I'm ready.
All right. Let's kick it off with the first question. And, Camden, I will be asking you, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, first question, Camden. What is the capital city of Canada?
Oh, gosh. Is that Montreal?
Ooh, close. The correct answer was
Oh, it's
Ottawa.
Quebec, isn't it?
No.
I was wrong twice.
It was Quebec, wasn't it?
It is Ottawa, but good guess on that one. All right, let's see if Garrett can get his question right. Garrett, your question is,
Sure.
which is the world's hottest chili pepper?
So I know that we got the ghost pepper as was one of the hottest ones, but I am gonna go with one that I still don't know if it's number 1, but I'm gonna go ahead and say the Carolina Reaper.
You are correct, the Carolina Reaper. Camden, how are we feeling after round 1?
Not good.
Okay. All right, Camden. Let's see if we can battle back after that one. Camden, how's your history? You a history buff at all?
Gosh. No, I'm not.
Okay, I'll go a different direction. How's your knowledge on birds?
That might be even worse. I want the history one.
Okay, we'll go with the history one. Camden, what year did World War II end?
Oh, my gosh. I've learned all of these questions, but I have no idea what the answer is.
You know what, Camden? I'm going to give you a hint on this one. It was in the 40s.
I don't know, dude.
I'm going to give you a little more time. Do we got any guesses?
You said World War II?
World War II, correct.
Oh, I'll do 43.
Oh, so close. 45 was the correct answer.
Oh my gosh.
45 was the correct answer. But Camden, great guess on that one. Probably a question that I wouldn't know the answer to.
I can't say I would either.
So next question, I'm going to shoot it off to Garrett. Garrett,
Am I getting the bird question?
you are not. You are
Okay.
going to get a history question here.
Okay, history.
In what year did the Berlin Wall fall?
The Berlin Wall
Mhm.
was during the time of Ronald Reagan, our U.S. president, one of the best presidents in United States history. I believe that he was the president in the 60s. I'm gonna go with like 67, 67.
You are incorrect
Oh!
on that one, Garrett. It is 89.
Holy shit! I am not even close.
All right, Camden. For question 3,
gosh!
this is
that was horrible.
this question is going to be worth 3 points here. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, you're ready. This is going to be a baseball question, so hopefully that'll help you a little bit. But who holds the record for the most home runs in a single MLB season?
Barry Bonds.
That is correct. And for a bonus of an extra point here, can you name the amount of home runs he hit that year?
72.
Close.
Oh, my
73.
gosh.
Is it really?
It is. But hey,
Gosh.
Camden, you got 3 points there. That's going to be a score of 3-1 currently against Garrett. Garrett, your question worth 3 points here. And to seal the deal,
Is this a sports question?
it is a baseball question.
Okay.
yes. What
Oh, Garrett's got this one.
what pitcher has the most career no-hitters?
Oh man, no hitters.
Mm-hmm. Thought I'd go a pitching direction
Oh
for you.
yeah, no hitters. Wow. Can I get the amount of them?
Well, that was going to be your bonus
Okay,
question.
okay. Then don't do it. Okay, most amount of no hitters. Oh man, this is tough. I'm gonna go more of an old route. I'm gonna say Bob Gibson.
You are incorrect,
Oh
Garrett.
my gosh!
The answer we were looking for is Nolan Ryan.
Oh my gosh!
So, with that being
Do I at
said,
least get a guess for the bonus point?
You get a guess for the bonus point.
Okay. Of all time?
Yes.
Oh my! By one guy? I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna go with like 5.
Incorrect. It was 7.
Dude, that is insane.
Nolan Ryan had 7 no-hitters. He has the most career no-hitters.
Oh wow!
So with that being said,
Damn.
Camden stealing it at the end.
Wow, that's
you
a-
win by 3-1.
That's a tough pill to
Now we're
swallow.
talking.
And it was a tough pool of questions, I will be honest. When I was
Man.
looking
I love
back
him.
on
I
this.
love him.
But hey, great stuff by you, Camden. We appreciate you answering this call and once again being featured on Lawn Chair Talk.
Thank you. It's an honor to be on Lawn Chair Talk.
And we'll have to have you on for another episode here soon.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, Camden. Well, good luck to you, and we'll be hearing from you soon.
Absolutely.
And congratulations, you are smarter than a Doane baseball player.
Awesome.
All right, Camden. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
Talk to you later.
Oh man, that was a tough one,
Folks, that was a tough one by me. I'll be honest. I
Damn.
gave some difficult questions, but overall, I think that was a great,
No, it was great.
great pool of questions.
It was
So,
great. It was great. I
Lot
mean,
of
I
fun
enjoyed
there.
it. I lost and I enjoyed it. So
yeah, so a lot of fun there so
Yeah.
far. Doane Baseball is 0 for 2.
0 for 2 for
0 for
Doane
2.
here.
So
Let me tell you what that explains the education we're getting down here in Crete.
apparently,
We need to be focusing on the Berlin Wall events and We got to get our baseball trivia locked in. That's just the bottom
Apparently.
line. I mean, they just don't teach you that in college. They talk about what a damn waste of money this degree is.
It's just a damn shame.
I mean, it's a damn shame that they don't tell you when the Berlin Wall fell in my organizational behavior class.
Now, Garrett, when did the Berlin fall?
I believe it was 89, right?
That is correct.
89,
Now
yeah,
you know.
Ronald Reagan.
Now you know. And so, folks, that's going to wrap it out. And before we end this, I'd like to give a shout-out for this beautiful lawn chair that has been donated to us by our very own Mr. Elliot Engel, our pitching coach here at Doane University.
Appreciate
Shout
you,
out
brother.
to you, E. I know you're watching. We appreciate you for giving us this amazing lawn chair. We will be getting one of our coaches on the pod here soon,
Yes.
Mr. G-Nap. Also, just going to keep on shouting out coaches. Coach O, we shout out to you for continuing watching us. You giving us some great feedback, and hopefully you continue watching us. So,
Continue to like this video, subscribe, comment
Absolutely.
what we missed in the draft, comment how stupid you think we are for missing these trivia questions, and watch our Instagram. We're going to be making another episode next week. We'll be talking about our new updated rankings, more college football, and more good stuff, guys. So thanks for tuning in.
see ya.
See ya.